And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to be doing the level 68 Botanist quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. Aye. Sorry, I just didn't want to slap her in the face. So we are here in Idleshire at 5.4. So let's talk to Edgith. So the quest is called The White Death. So Edgith is looking bereft of confidence as usual. And we'll get Bountiful Harvest 2. It says increases the number of items obtained on your next gathering attempt by 1, 2, or 3. Number determined by your gathering rating. So obviously I want to make sure that I've got maximum gathering stats soon. So yeah. But we'll get to that at level 70. So Mithrie, I don't imagine you were expecting good news, considering my involvement, but I have once again managed to make a mess of everything. So, while the first generation of crossbred Popoto plants successfully sprouted, every single one of them withered frightfully fast. I imagine it's down to some kind of disease, but an amateur such as myself could never hope to identify such a thing. Fufucha has once again summoned us to the guild to discuss the latest development. I shall see you there. Okay. Sort of don't like it when people are really, really down on their own self-confidence and they, like, really, effectively they're the worst enemy. Their own worst enemy. Oh, rainbow. Interesting. Huh. Rainbow. There's like rainbow in Idleshire right now. Okay. So let's do A for right, A for net, Botanist Guild. Let's do this. Let's see if we can help her to Edgith to be more confident. I mean, we've been trying this whole time, but yeah. Okay, let's talk to her. So, welcome back from your journeys to the Far East, Mithrie. I assume Edgith has already informed you of our worrying predicament. I hypothesize that our first generation of crossbred Popotos have inherited the walker's unfortunate vulnerability to both diseases and pests. However, we are yet to pinpoint the exact cause as to why they have withered so quickly. But how can that be? Was no one at the guild able to determine the cause of our plight? Much as it vexes me, this conundrum has bested all of us. We at the guild are fundamentally nothing more than observers of nature. It is a force all of its own. One that we try our best to understand but cannot hope to harness, nor should we. However, that is not to say that all is lost. I fully intend to devote all of the resources available to me in order to ascertain exactly what it is that hinders our progress so. So, I was also hoping I could count on your help, Mithrie. A fresh pair of eyes may be exactly what is needed to the bottom of this mystery. So that's a good idea, Mithrie. Let's head back to the mud plots, and I shall do my best not to get in your way. Cool. So let's do this. Give me a second, guys. 1 second. Cool. So let's go back to Idleshire. Let's do this. Go. So let's see if we can work out what's going on, and we're probably going to have to go out and collect more Popotos. Let's be perfectly honest. Okay, so where do we go? So we have to go in here. It's like I said, it is really interesting that even though this is Stormblood, we are spending a lot of time in Idleshire. To cultivate these gardens, I suppose. Okay, so here's the mud plots field. So you spy a faint white glint within the soil. Okay, so we're interacting. Let's see if we can work out what's going wrong with this. So upon closer inspection, you find a chalky stone. So what is the matter? Was there something in the soil? I mean, chalk is not like the best place to grow, is it? So, is something the matter, Mithrie? Don't tell me that you've discovered the problem. Yep. So chalky stone. So a strange stone-like object found at Green Grub mudplots. So is this some kind of stone? Oh, that's not right. But surely Fufucha would have noticed this if it were so simple. Yes, I must be mistaken. There's no way an amateur such as myself could solve something that stumped the guild. Have some bloody confidence in yourself for once. Even Fufucha doesn't know everything. Now that I think of it, she said exactly the same thing herself, didn't she? Perhaps by the grace of Nimia, the fates have aligned to enable me to do something of use for once in my life. Ascertaining the identity of these chalky stones may well be the key to uncovering what's causing our Popotos to wither so quickly. However, we will first require a reagent. I know we've already had you do enough work for a lifetime, but would you be able to visit Stickwicks's Bangpots for me? Hand this order to an alchemist there named Goldwax, and she would be able to give you what we need. Cool. So in the meantime, I will head to the guild and ask for Fucha for her expert opinion regarding these stones. Let's do it. Okay, so let's go to there. It's not too far away. So we don't run around too quickly in here. So, Goldwalk recognizes mining Uplander. Does Uplander not want to trade tongue flaps with cheap Stickwicks? Nope. Let's hand over the order. So an order addressed to Goldwax for a reagent. So Uplander would have Goldwax crafty make reagent. First, Goldwax needs Uplanders to bring seaweed known as Nono Riso. Gobby needs this for reagent. Bring Goldwax 8 clumps of Nono Riso, and Gobby will crafty make the reagent. Uplander needs to visit the Far East. Nono Riso can only be found at the bottom of the Ruby Sea. Oh, really? Okay. So let's go to the Ruby Sea. And we need to do some underwater gathering. Interesting. I can't remember which one it is. Is it Tamamizu? Or is it the other one? One of them is the underwater base, so... And I need to see if I can find this place. Okay, yeah. So it is this place. So now... 700 yarms to the west? Jesus. 700 yarms to the west. So let's see, around here somewhere, possibly. Obviously, you have to have gotten this far into the story in order to get underwater. So we use number 2 because we're looking for the level 70 nodes. If we do number 1, we might get to the level 65 ones. That's the difference between these two. At least they point you in the right direction. And if you have flying mounts, they do go quickly underwater. It's just as quick as flying, basically. But under the sea. Okay, let's do this. I wonder where that place goes. I wonder if it's like later in the story or something. Did I go over it? Okay, here we go. So let's see if I can find... I'm obviously not going to try and gather the 8 high qualities during the episode. I'll just pause the video. No, here it is. Found it. So, but let me gather this last other thing as well. Boom. Damn it. Just for the sake of unlocking it, you know? There you go. So, Ruby Tide Kelp. So let's see if I can get high qualities. And... let's go even higher. So just for the next attempt, 54%. Damn it. Oh, yeah, it did work. Okay, so I thought it failed. Cool, 2 high qualities. So, guys, once we have 8 high qualities, we will continue. Okay, so it took us a while, but we were able to get the 8 high qualities. So, yeah. So we're now back in Idleshire at 7-4. So let's talk to Goldwax. So bring Goldwax 8 clumps of Nano Riso, and Gobby will crafty make the reagent. Okay. So, Final Nano Russo Goldwax has not seen. Gobby will start craft making of reagent right away. So, Goldwax shall use techniques of both Uplanders and Gobbies to make reagent with fastness. So, reagent is ready for Edgif. Cool. That's done. So now let's go to Nano Rizu. Sorry, let's go to Edgif, I should say. How do you pronounce her name? That is the question. How do you pronounce her name? Wee, it's blood. Wee, it's blood. Wee. Okay, I'm with that. Beep. So, hello again, Mithrie. Did everything go smoothly at the bang pots? Yep, here's the reagent. So it says, a substance used to ascertain what is causing the popotos to wilt. So, fantastic. Now we can finally see if my silly little hypothesis holds true. Let's see. Sorry. So I can't believe it. Did I do something wrong? How could something that came from my mind ever turn out to be correct? There's Mr. Afro for Future. So I see you two have already begun your tests. Have you discovered anything new? Did Edgif's guess end up being correct? The way it responded to the reagent doesn't leave much room for doubt. It's an eel worm, a pest that is not going to do us any favours. The chalky stone-like object that Mithrie found was one of its eggs. So things are just as you assumed they were, Edgif. There is, however, one issue I will still struggle to comprehend. As parasites, eelworms require a host plant to feed on. The mug plots were only created recently. Just why were there eggs of such vermin lurking in the area? According to Charlian records, Sawney looked at, eelworm eggs enter a state of dormancy within their mother's corpse, allowing them to survive for over a decade. They're more than capable of waiting for as long as is necessary for new grub to show up. The blasted records also claimed that they eliminated. Either the Charlians have a funny definition of the word, or we were unlucky enough to pick an area that was home to an eelworm corpse or two. The eggs inside which hatched and infested the mud plots. So most unfortunate indeed, I must say. I must say though, I have been remarkably impressed by the tremendous growth you have shown, Edgif. You have come a long way, both as a person and a botanist. I have no idea what you are talking about. After all, it was Mithrie that found the eelworm eggs in the first place, and I still haven't come up with a solution to this pest problem. The records weren't much use regarding that either, although you'd think they must have had some way of ridding themselves of the vermin if they were happy considering them exterminated. Well then, I suppose it is time I pulled my weight as well. I shall look into past cases of eelworm infestation and try and formulate a suitable plan of action. I'll keep looking through the Charlian records to see if I can't find a solution as well. I suppose I'll give you a hand with that. I may not know much about plants, but my eyes work well enough. So my apologies, Mithrie, but you will need to be patient for a while we search for a permanent solution to this conundrum. Egif will let you know once we are ready to put an end to these pests once and for all. Cool. So let's finish. So, in blazing new rituals as a botanist, you have learned Bountiful Harvest 2. Cool. Wow. So look how close I am to 70. I'm like 23 or 20... Actually, hang on. 24,684 EXP away from level 70 as a botanist. So, anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys.